Okay, we've got two tasks too, and Sugar says a VPN. Yes, Sugar, brilliant. Yeah, Sugar's talking about VPNs. Absolutely, you could talk about using VPNs and the issues. VPNs can be more secure, but yeah, definitely.
Really?
Depends on the VPN.
Okay, because my bank account was hacked and I tried to use VPN at one point.
Were you using a public VPN or a private one?
A public one. Maybe that's why.
Okay. The VPNs okay, the VPN that is going to be secure, a business would not use a public VPN. A business would set up their own VPN, which they have total control over, and the only people who are allowed to access it would be people who their IT department add to the VPN.
Okay. Yeah, so, but yeah. If we have like, if we're using our personal computer, so and then we don't really know. And then I will use the company website. So yeah, that would lead to prone to hacking, something like that.
Okay, yeah, using public Wi-Fi networks and public VPNs, absolutely a huge risk. If the company has their own VPN, which is carefully managed, it can make it less of a risk. But yeah, if you're using your public VPN and start using company software, you could create real problems. Yes, sorry. Yeah, different types of VPN. The same with Wi-Fi networks, public Wi-Fi, home Wi-Fi, and then secure Wi-Fi on
you're a paid member, definitely the company will.
Okay. Hi, Santosh. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. Just now, just we need to answer this. Just we need to talk about these topics, or what can I do now?
Yeah. So these are all ideas that you could use in speaking or writing. Have a quick look on the screen.
Yeah. Sure.
Look at the difference between these two questions.
Yeah. Okay. It's okay, Luke.
Okay. All right. So I'll give you a minute just to think about that. Let's look at this first one.
Okay.
So new technologies for communicating and working remotely have led to an increase in the number of people working from home, affecting both businesses and their employees. Do you think the advantages of this situation outweigh the disadvantages? Okay, there's one. The other question, new technologies for communicating and working remotely have led to an increase in the number of people working from home. Do you think the advantages of working from home outweigh the disadvantages? What's the difference between these two questions?
Oh, just I will have a look first.
I'll give you a second just to think about it, guys, and then we will have your ideas.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay, which question is bigger?
One. The first one.
Why?
You have to compare and contrast. You have to give how it affects the businesses and employees. The other side, the B side is just advantages and disadvantages of using technologies and working from home.
Okay, there is a quite important difference. So B is just talking about working from home. Who are you probably going to talk about in B? Probably.
The employees, probably.
If you're sensible, you will focus on the employees. You could talk about businesses. It doesn't say whether, it doesn't say businesses or employees. Yeah, but here you are talking about working from home, talk about the fact of working from home and how that is good or bad for employees. That is a relatively easy question. Yeah. In A, what idea have we added?
businesses and employees. So employers and the employees.
Are you just talking about, strictly speaking, working from home?
No.
Okay.
No.
Working from home is part of you are probably talking about the broader context, this situation. You have to mention businesses. So if your essay is all about, you know, people hurting their backs, or people spending more time with their families, not having to pay the cost of commuting, you're only answering half the question. For B, that is a fine essay plan. Yeah. So A is quite a lot more difficult. A is a horrible question. B is quite an easy one, because we now have to think about businesses as well in A. Okay. So and you're probably going to talk a bit less in A about this. You might mention it in the introduction. Yeah. It's just there. It's just giving you an introduction to this idea of working from home. Here, it could be more part of the question. Yeah. Because this situation, this whole situation, it is not specifying working from home. So A is a much more difficult question. Okay, so let's have a think about some of these things. We're going to look at, I'm sorry to say, guys, we are going to look at the difficult one. We're looking at question A, yeah? But good to do the difficult questions. Then when you do the easy questions, they will seem very easy.